I loved her. What a fool was I. Died in the snow, you know. I loved her, but I never told her so. Miss Wunderlich, I'm Brother Blue, I love you. I pray someday before I die, before I blow away, I'll save one life, maybe two, like you say, Blue. I'm playing peekaboo in the streets, in the jailhouse, in the hospitals, in the subways, as I travel around the world in my bare feet. Look in the eyes of the people I meet. I want to save one life, maybe two, like you say, Blue. I love you. When I die, I'm going to leave a ragged butterfly in that sky, the ragged soul of a ragged cat who loves you forever and ever. Good night, Miss Wunderlich. Good morning, too. I'll always love you. This life, the next one, too. I'm a storyteller traveling through the world. All I do is play peekaboo. I believe in love. And that's you.
Frogs, Dodge City. Back in the days of the Old West, Dodge City was a hard town. The cowboys had those high heels and the spurs. And Doc Holliday was so mean he hadn't smiled in 10 years. If you went outside Dodge City, about 4 miles, there was a desert. There was a frog pond in that desert. Nobody knew about it. The frog pond was surrounded by trees, and every morning the birds would fly out of the trees over the pond. They'd say, "Hey, Fred, sing the sun up. Come on, Fred." And Fred was a frog. He was called Fat Fred, also known as Frolic Frog, and he'd say, "Birds, quiet down, birds." And Fred would kind of expand. Oh, days nice, and the days are fine, and I do like the good sunshine. Oh, days nice, and the birds say, "Fred, the sun's coming up, you done it again." Oh, days nice, the birds, they're so happy with Fred, every day singing the sun up. One day Fred said, "Hey, birds, I got a present today. Get out here, Frop." Littlest, teeniest frog in the world, Frop, jumped out, landed on a lily pad. Frop, he didn't sing, he played the bass. Bung, 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 bung. Love it, don't be shy. Bung, 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 bung. Oh, days nice, and the days are fine. Bung, 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 bung. I do love the good sunshine. With the birds, they're so happy. But next day, Fred had one more present. Oh, wait a minute, birds. I got a last present for you. Get out here, Flip-Flop. Longest, tallest, skinniest frog in the world. Flip-Flop, land on a lily pad. He kind of nodded. He didn't sing, he didn't play the bass, he danced so soft. Flip-Flop, a flip-flop, a flip-flop, a flip-flop. He started doing somersaults, landing on the lily pads. Bird had never seen anything like it. And Fred singing, "Oh, there's not bung, 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 flip-flop, a flip-flop." Well, the birds is ecstatic. Days nice and the days are fine, and I do like the good sunshine. The birds, they couldn't have been happier. But next day, Fred said to the birds, "We're going into Dodge City." The bird said, "Don't do that, Fred. You'll never be back. It's a hard town." "I'll be back, I promise." And Fred, he went dancing out into the desert. Oh, days nice. Followed by little Frop, bung, 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 bung. Last thing the bird saw was Flip-Flop. Flip-Flop turned and he doffed his cap. Birds had made him a cap out of a nest, upside down, little leaf. The frogs are gone. And Bird said they'll never be back. All day long, Fred and his boys are crossing the desert. Oh, day is nice. They got into Dodge City and it was late and they were so dry they could barely move. Day is nice, day is fine. Fred had to take care of his boys, but everything was closed except the $silver saloon. Fred looked underneath the swinging doors, and there was the cowboys with the spurs, high heels. There was Doc Holliday. He looked mean. But Fred had to take care of his boys. He went right into the bar. He jumped up, and he looked at the two barkeeps. Huge barkeeps with handlebar mustache. And Fred said, my name is Fred, also called Frolly Frog. I appreciate this sarsaparilla. I'll sing for it. Barkeep looked down at this frog, made a fist. I ain't giving no frog no sarsaparilla. And Fred, known as Frolly Frog, said, Frog, get up here. Littlest, teeniest frog in the world jumped up. Bung, 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 bung. Barkeep, I'd appreciate a sarsaparilla, and I'll play for it. Ha! The barkeep, he noticed softer places looking at him. He liked that. He made a fist and said, I told your friend here I ain't giving no frog no sarsaparilla. And Fred said, Flip-Flop, get up here. Longest, tallest, skinniest frog in the world jumped up, and he doffed his cap. I'd appreciate a sarsaparilla, and I'll dance for it. One of the barkeep looked around, the whole place is looking at him. We liked that. He reached back and got his club. He said, I told your friends here, I ain't giving no frog no sarsaparilla. Fred said, I wouldn't do that, barkeep. Barkeep paid no attention. He come down, and suddenly the barkeep, head over heels, he's going through the air, right through the swinging doors, landed in the dark street. There's not a sound. And Fred said, other barkeep, I'd appreciate a sarsaparilla. Other barkeep